Oh hey, and welcome to Craigslist Misconnections. On this show, we connect the people that saw each other or had an interaction and didn't get to ask that one person out. I'm here to connect those people. This first one is man to woman. To the girl who gambled on a fart and lost. We met on Craigslist, so I'm hoping that this post finds you. I know that it could possibly be the most humiliating date that you have ever been on, but I am willing to look past that. I thought that we had chemistry sitting at the Applebee's sharing the basket of Cajun tots. While drinking the Amstel Light, I really felt like there was a connection there. I found you to be intelligent and witty and looked forward to furthering the conversation with you. At some point in life, everyone gambles on a fart and loses. On multiple occasions. The first time I did was very memorable. It happened when I was 5 and sitting on my uncle's lap. I am lactose intolerant, but love cheese. I probably win 95% of the time, but I don't think anyone wins 100% of the time. That's why I call it gambling. I'm the last person to judge you for crapping your pants. In fact, I'm impressed by your boldness. The timing, on the other hand, could have been a tad bit better, like when you're not sitting on a heated leather seat. What I'm trying to say is that if you want to go out again, I would be more than happy than to take you someplace where you can get a meal that is high in fiber and can be less taxing on the digestive tract. I await your call. Tad. P.S. If you shat yourself on purpose to end the evening early, touché. This one is man for man. Constipated man in Griffin. I had to poop today and went into the bathroom before class. As I sat in the first floor bathrooms, I heard you desperately trying to squeeze one out. It sounded like you were having problems. I thought your shoes were kind of hot. I waited until after you finished to rub one out. While you were still pooping, I noticed you peed on the floor a little. When you left, I tasted it. I wanted you, from what I could tell, you were hot, heavy, and were wearing a belt today. You didn't wash your hands very long. If this is you, I want you in my tight ass. I want you to ram my face with your mansword. Reply with the subject, Yellow King, so that I know it's you. Man for woman. Drunk girl on my lawn. There I was just yesterday. I can remember it so clearly. I woke up around 2 a.m. to a nice fat leak when I noticed your squeaky giggle outside my window. I looked out the window, half naked, as an odd mix of shock, disgust, and blush washed over me. Not only were you a stunning redhead just a little shorter than me, with what looked like a curtain and drapery combo, but you were also taking a dump and piss on my lawn at the same time. For that, I have to give you props. I don't think I have ever achieved that level of toilet mastery. I immediately came out to see if you were all right or needed a ride home, seeing as though this town isn't exactly well suited for what I'm guessing to be an 18 to 21-year-old drunk girl at 2 a.m. in the morning. But me coming out in a bathrobe and asking apparently scared you because you started running with a turd still sticking out of your ass and drove headfirst into my car, leaving a dent in it. I told you to hold on as I was gonna shut the car alarm off and get you an ice pack, but I'm not sure if you heard. What I am sure of, though, is that you sat on my trunk of the car, smearing that shit all over it, took off your shoes, left a half-full Smirnoff bottle, and ran like hell. Normally, I wouldn't let a girl shit all over my things and put a dent in my car until we've gotten on first-name basis, but for you, I think we could work it out. You know where I live. Woman for man. I'm sorry I bit your penis. I swear it was an accident. Like, you're so perfect. I mean, I'm really only assuming you were mad. I don't speak Portuguese. Whatever. This one is, your dick pic cured my cancer. I met you in the cafeteria about a week ago at the University of Chicago Medical Center. We struck up a conversation about chemotherapy and insurance premiums. You spoke of your ailment of having Crohn's disease, and I spoke of my battle with breast cancer. You were slightly taller than me and had a sleeve arm tattoo, which I admittedly liked. While we were talking, I began to tear up while informing you that my prognosis was elevated to stage 3 and that stage 4 means terminal. You were very attentive and held my hand as I explained my fears about it. As the conversation moved towards the weather and where we were respectfully parked, you advised me to park in a different garage, one that I wasn't aware of, and that was closer. Here, give me your number, you said to me. I'll text you with what it looks like. Without hesitation, I did, and really only with the expectation that I wouldn't have to walk. So far, it's not good to be on chemo and walking in the hot weather. As we parted our ways and left for the home, I assumed you forgot to text me. However, as I set my phone down on my counter, suddenly it vibrated to an unknown number's text. When I opened up the text in my condo, which had dim lighting at the moment, I saw a beautiful rod appear on my phone's screen. The glow shined on my face and penetrated my spirit. I really felt it change me. Even though you had not shared your name previously, I knew the dong I was viewing had to belong to you because I had recognized your hand holding up the miniature Coca-Cola bottle next to your penis. Stripping down my clothes, I was elated to see 4 more pictures arrive as I began to do what anyone would do and self-enjoy them. Following the pictures, you also texted me the following lines over the duration of the next hour, but I was busy in the bathtub violently masturbating. Hey, you there? Yo, what up? Did you like it? Hey, want more? Hey, it's me. How are you? After finishing my gracious session of various climaxes to the sounds of a saxophone in the background, I decided to light a cigarette and write about the occurrence in my diary, while contemplating how I would respond to your comment. Admittedly, I had also taken a deluxe gigantic shit, known in the medicine as DGS, while I was writing and my phone fell in the toilet. The next day, I took it to Apple and they refused to touch it and said it was impossible to access your number. And unfortunately, by the time I got a new phone with the same number, your texts had stopped. I was preparing to get over you. It was just yesterday that I came into the hospital for another round of chemo. Still very sad, our saga had come to an end because of the phone falling in the toilet bowl filled with my poop and pee. That's when my doctor came in, shortly after drawing up my blood and feeling my titties, catching me completely by surprise with what he told me next. You don't have breast cancer anymore. You are cured. Please see Shalia at the desk, who can validate your parking and call if you have a headache. Grabbing his arm as he began to walk out of the room, I just had to be sure. What did you say? Your breast cancer is totally cured, judging by the tests we have done with our fancy medical equipment and group of Asian people in the labs who were looking at the tubes and stuff. We could find no more blast cells in your boobies. You don't have breast cancer anymore. You are now perfectly healthy. That's impossible. I was at stage 3 last week, I told him. The only thing that has changed was a man sent me a series of dick pics on my phone. It was here my doctor put his hand on my shoulder and gave it to me straight. That was not a man. That was an angel, my lady. And oftentimes God sends us angels to do that because he knows it's what makes us happy. At this very moment, another doctor chimed in from the background. Hi, I'm a professional doctor of cancer too, and he is right. You see, your phone gives off a tiny amount of radiation. When you glanced at those pictures, they in a sense delivered a lethal dose of it to your cancer and killed it completely. Forever, the picture of a penis provides the exact amount of radiation needed due to the peach hue emitted by the phone's screen. What's more, since we were at the hospital, note that we can't take credit for curing you. We are destroying all of your existing medical debt. Please see Shalia at the desk, who can validate your parking and call if you have a headache. As I left the hospital and cried tears of joy all the way to my car, abruptly those tears became tears of sorrow and loss. When I reached the parking garage, because it reminded me of you, Plus, I forgot to see Shaylee at the desk, who apparently was able to validate my parking. I still have not heard from you, and I do hope to see you give me a message because I owe you my life. Please write me here or text me if you still have my number. You are my hero and guardian angel. I love you. Sincerely, Diane. This last one is called Taco Bell. I was sitting there eating a burrito. You looked up at me and our eyes met. It was a magical moment. Unfortunately, I tried to fart silently and accidentally had runny diarrhea all over the place. I wanted to talk to you, but was too embarrassed. Plus, I had to go to the bathroom and clean up. Email me and tell me what you were eating, so I know it was you. Thank you for joining me today with Misconnections from Craigslist. Tune in next week for another one. Bye. Got it! Fucking A! Okay, I'll take that clip and I'll put it down.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay,
thought.
will you stop it and then start it just real quick so that way it's easier for me to zoom in on my link?
Oh.
It's gonna be a lot of editing. I'm gonna have to cut out so much shit.
I'm gonna be editing, or I'm gonna be putting in the green screen by next week, I'm guessing.